loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. If this message found you, there is something that your spiritual team wants you to know. So it is not a coincidence that you clicked on this video. I'm going to be pulling from this deck here just to see what are the most important messages that your guides have for you at this time. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get a very clear and concise message from your angels, your ancestors, your spiritual team, and your higher power. Okay? Oh, wow. So the first message that we have is no. Okay? And to be honest, collective, I really love this energy for you. I feel like you're screaming no to something energetically. You're no longer explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You're also in this really interesting place where you're not clearing anything up about you either. It's almost like you feel so powerful about your stance, about your journey, about also where you're going, that you don't feel the need to correct anyone. There's this energy of you coming to a powerful realization that every single person in your life has a completely different version of you. And this is both very freeing and also very telling of where you are on your journey, okay? You have stopped chasing. You have stopped feeling impulsive. Your nervous system is coming through very calm, very poised, and very relaxed. This is really unapologetic energy. So your guides definitely have something in store for you, because anytime this energy comes through of you putting up an energetic block, you getting very clear and concise about what you want, but on an even deeper level about who you are, your life is absolutely about to change, okay? I'm also picking up on this really beautiful main character energy, where you may be, for the one time in your life, considering your feelings, your thoughts, your opinions more than anybody else's. But again, I really love this energy for you, collective. It just really feels like you're in this beautiful place where you're calling back your power. You are reclaiming your time. And I feel like your guides are supporting you in this, okay? You have a lot of spiritual support in putting up this energetic boundary. For some of you, this could also be quite literal. You could have went to your spiritual team and asked them a question, maybe about opening up your energy field to someone, being in company with someone, going in a specific direction. And I'm getting very clearly the answer is no. And because there's such an underlying energy of positivity with this no, it feels like you're being redirected somewhere. It feels like you're being guided to something that is more fitting for you, or something that actually has your name on it, okay? But yeah, this energy is extremely clear. I love when messages from spirit come through very cut and dry. Yes, no. You don't have to do any guessing. You don't have to continue to inquire about certain things. So whoever you are, you have a very loving spiritual team, but they're also extremely direct. So you'll know if this is your message or not, okay? Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is be honest with me. And I'm feeling a very heavy overarching energy with this card. I feel like this is how you got here, collective. Sometime in the recent past, you sat down and you had a heart-to-heart with your higher power. And I'm getting the reason why your guidance is coming through so razor sharp and so specific is because you laid your entire life down, okay? You may have opened up to your higher power in a way that you never have before. So this is definitely highlighting the energy of shame. There could have been very particular stories or chapters of your story that you never really read aloud, okay? Maybe they made you cringe to repeat them. Maybe these were parts of your journey that you really, really wanted to stuff down and forget. But I'm getting that you had a moment in the recent past where you laid everything out with no shame, okay? You told God everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you have no idea how powerful of a signal you sent out to the universe. So, this explains why you're in this place where you're just unapologetic. You don't care about being perceived anymore, okay? You may look in the mirror at this stage of your life and just feel so beautiful, so radiant, because now you have a deeper appreciation for every single thing that you have went through. But this really, really taps into your relationship with the divine. Okay? It's almost like this part of your life, your spiritual journey, your faith, your spiritual walk, this is becoming much deeper. So I don't know if there was a triggering situation or there was something that prompted this heart to heart with your higher power. But it's almost like you're realizing that you were never being judged by the divine. Okay? Every single thing that you have went through in your life has shaped you and has molded you into the person that you are. So you're looking back at your complete journey with honestly pride. Even the parts that may be a little hard to go over, you're realizing that it shaped you, it helped you to build character, it got you to the place that you are today. For some of you, you may still be at the beginning of this, of really opening up, really cleansing your aura, cleansing your energy by working directly with the divine. But for others of you, I'm getting that you are knee deep into this transformation. And it really has you feeling powerful, okay? You're no longer chasing. You don't feel the need to explain yourself. It's almost like a new version of you is being cultivated in a way. But this version of you is so much more confident than you were in the past. And it's because now you're seeing yourself the way that God sees you. But on an even deeper level, you're realizing that you were never being judged for your journey. And just the energy of that is so freeing that it has you showing up in your life in a completely different way. It's like now you have the confidence to be honest, okay? To say if you really like something, to decline things that you don't really like. So this is very, very beautiful. Whoever you are, congratulations. You have reached a very, very pivotal point in your journey. And this is a place that most people don't get to because we begin to tell ourselves the same stories of the past or feel the energy, the emotions, the shame, the guilt, the fear. But if you're resonating with this message, I'm getting that you have freed yourself, okay? It's almost like you're in this really, really secure place where you feel like you are a child of the divine, okay? Wow. This is beautiful. I really, really love this energy. Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have here is you broke all the rules. Collective, if you're wondering how it is that you're being viewed from the outside looking in, particularly by people who are in your environment, this is how they view you, okay? You are like a walking tower moment. You are the person who went against the grain. I'm getting very clearly, you have some stories to tell when it comes to your journey. I'm getting that you push back, you question things, you have always known that there is more. And because your soul knows that, you respond to certain stimuli in a very, very different way than most people. So maybe you're not that popular, okay, with a lot of people. Maybe you're the black sheep of your family. And maybe people in your life have been secretly jealous of you because of this. Maybe people have wanted to secretly see you fail because of the way that you view life. But what they don't know is that the universe literally bends for the courageous, okay? And I always mention in these spiritual guidance readings how when it comes to your spiritual family, your angels, your ancestors, your spiritual team, they're literally waiting for the soul who is brave enough to break the rules, to do something different, to go against the grain. Your spiritual team has an unlimited amount of resources to help you create the life that you desire. That's literally what you're here for. So it feels like you could have grown up in a certain dynamic that literally made you feel boxed in, or maybe it made you feel a little claustrophobic. And something about your soul really did not resonate with that. You wanted to have a different experience, but you continuously receive pushback from this. People may have wanted you to live the way that they have lived, or they wanted you to do something that may have been very traditional, something that was very repetitive. But the energy that I'm tapping into here, you were born to blaze your own trail. So the reason why you're in this position right now is because I feel like you have finally opened up that part of yourself that God has been waiting for you to unleash. The part of yourself that God has always known that was inside of you, that you have tried to push down, you've tried to silence, you've tried to go out into the world and be something else or do something else. But I feel like you are aligning with your true path. So this is a big deal, okay? Not only are you screaming no to people who may be coming up against your authentic soul signature, but I feel like you're also screaming no to this past version of yourself, to the version of yourself that you created to survive or to fit in. I feel like that's over. And I feel like a lot of people in your life may harbor a lot of conflicting emotions about you because you're the only person who wasn't afraid to go first. And when you're the person who goes first, it looks crazy. People judge you. People talk about you. And sometimes it's from a place of love because they genuinely do not want to see you fail. But when it actually works out for you and the universe bends to your will, it can definitely create a little bit of jealousy, okay? So I feel like this message is very, very specific. This is for a very, very rare soul who is at this place in their life where you're no longer afraid to be rare. You're no longer afraid to be different. You're leaning into that as opposed to stuffing it down or hiding it. You're looking back over your life with a fine-tooth comb. You may be sitting back feeling deep appreciation for some of the craziest things that you have experienced. Things that may have brought you to your knees in the past. You can look at it and smile. You can look at it with pride because it shaped you and it molded you. It gave you strength. You gained wisdom. You took all of the powerful pieces and you put it in your arsenal. And it feels like now is that time for you to start using those tools. Okay? Wow. Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is you are on the right path. And I'm feeling the presence of someone on your spiritual team who's very, very loving, but they're also extremely disciplined, okay? This is someone that really has dedicated their time to work very, very close with you, collective, and they take it very, very seriously. It almost feels like you're doing something or you're here to do something that maybe they didn't get an opportunity to do. That's for some of you. For others of you, I'm getting that if this person on your spiritual team is an ancestor, you're here to do something that's going to bring a lot of pride to your bloodline. but it definitely feels like this is a deep confirmation, okay? And not just a normal confirmation. If you were drawn to this reading, I feel like you have been asking very, very specific questions about your journey. And I'm also getting this energy of repetition. So it's almost like when your guides send you a sign, you may see the sign, but you may ask for another sign. You know, you may say certain things like make it clear, make it concise, show it to me at this time on this date. I feel like this is your sign that you are on the right path. This could be the most pressing question that you have right now, depending on what's happening in your life, what's happening all over the world, what's happening in your immediate environment. You just want to know that you are facing the right direction. And I'm getting that the answer is yes. Okay? You also want to know if you're doing the right thing by putting up this energetic block to the people, places, and things that are not serving you at this time. The answer is also yes. Okay? This energy is very, very specific. For some of you, you just woke up and you decided, nope, not doing that anymore, not hanging around in these places, not dealing with these people, not sharing my time, energy, and space with these things anymore. Something about this spirit guide that you have is very, very disciplined, okay? They're very clear and concise. And I'm being drawn back to the first card, no. It just feels like the way that you receive messages from spirit at this time is going to be so cut and dry that you don't even have to guess. Your guides no longer want you to question your direction. Even if you have challenges, even if things, begin to feel unstable for you, it's almost like you may face instability on the right path or facing the right direction. I hope that that's coming through clearly. But this is the most important thing to your guides at this time, that you continue to face forward. So if you were looking for confirmation on that, I'm literally getting that is your sign. And whoever you are, I have to keep saying this, you are deeply, deeply loved by the spiritual realm, because to be corrected is to be loved. For you to have a spiritual team that's showing up for you at this time where you have to release or reject certain people, places, and things to reaffirm you, to let you know that you are on the right path, that is the best feeling in the world. Because the hardest decisions comes with doubt, they come with fear, they come with you second guessing yourself. So there is a lot of spiritual presence here. Your guides are being so real and so honest with you, collective, because you've reached this place where you're being honest with them. So continue to do something. Be bold. Tell the truth. Whether it's a positive truth or it's something that you're really not feeling. Be bold enough to go to the divine and just lay it all down. You will be surprised at how your life turns around. Okay? The energy of authenticity and you being real and raw with your higher power, nothing beats it. But if you're resonating so far, you're already in this, okay? I feel like your guides just want you to continue going down this path. Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is your absence is felt. I feel like this is definitely tapping into that external energy. Collective, your new life cost you your old life. I feel like you completely had to eradicate a version of yourself, a specific person, place, or thing. There was something that you were deeply, deeply connected to that you had to walk away from or you had to release. And it's because you are literally a walking tower moment. God places you in certain places on specific timelines to meet people, to engage with them, to tell them specific truths, to open them up to certain energies, to give them information. And when you have this type of calling on your life, this is how people will always feel about you. The positive relationships, the challenging relationships, even the relationships that didn't even get off of the ground. Your energy is so polarizing that people will never forget you. But this is even more proof that you're at this place where you're leaving something behind. I feel like people can feel your energy being extracted from a specific timeline. And they could be grasping for you. People could be reaching out to you. It's because your absence is felt. You are the type of soul that people only run into once in a lifetime. But I feel like all of that was by design. So again, you putting up this energetic barrier, you making peace with your past, it just feels like all of this was already written. But if you notice that you start to feel these energies, especially if you're energetically sensitive, like people reaching out to you, people wanting to be in your company, people probing about your life, your next step, what you have going on, it's because a lot of people have mixed feelings about you at this time. When you have a really, really powerful destiny, people can feel that on you, especially when you are a catalyst. You go into certain environments, you change the dynamic, and then you leave. So people will always have mixed feelings about you. Some people absolutely love your energy, collective, but other people may not even know how to place you, okay? They may not even know how to feel about you, but that's none of your business. But your guides definitely want you to know that your absence is felt. Because you are someone who broke the rules, you have touched a lot of souls. Even if those people have never told you how they feel about you. Even if they've never come up to you and told you, you changed my life, you changed my perspective. This is how they feel about you, okay? So it's almost like your guides want you to move from one timeline to the next, for some of you from one life to the next, without feeling any regrets about how you showed up, what you said, what you didn't say. It feels like all of it was divine, okay? Let's get the last message here. Wow. The last message that we have is 777. I feel like this could be a sign that your guides want you to look out for in the upcoming days or weeks. But this is a very, very spiritual synchronicity. Something is complete. 7 is a number of completion. 777 indicates that whatever has been complete has been done successfully. And it's opening up a completely different chapter for you. This energy is honestly giving me the energy of the World card in the tarot. It's almost like the entire universe is giving you a standing ovation, letting you know that you have successfully integrated a spiritual lesson that you have been dealing with for a very, very long time. And the way that this energy is coming through with this reading, it definitely feels like there has been remnants of your story, of your past, that you have been trying to integrate, that you have been trying to love in order for you to feel whole for a very, very long time. Because the goal has always been for you to be operating and living this life with no shame. For you to be able to look over your entire journey, your entire story, and smile and have pride. And also to not feel as though you have to hide any aspect of yourself from the divine. This is groundbreaking, okay? Whoever you are literally standing at the precipice of a completely new life. This feels like a clean slate. This feels like you standing right at the edge of something and you're looking back over your journey and you just feel deeply accomplished. Not only that, your spiritual team is supporting you, is cheering for you, is pretty much telling you, job well done. So this is absolutely beautiful. It feels like you are about to embark on a completely new journey. For some of you, the past couple of years of your life could have been very, very cyclical, very hard, very challenging. Maybe the places changed, the people changed, the circumstances changed, but it was that same spiritual lesson or that same underlying energy. Maybe you kept meeting the same person in different bodies, you know, but you have finally got it. You finally realize that your external world is simply a projection of what you're feeling on the inside. And you have reached a place where you have energetically said no to anything or anyone that does not align with your true energy. And the spirit realm is pleased. So this is very, very beautiful energy. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you resonated with this message, please be sure to hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm definitely heading over to Patreon to finish this reading. If you would like to join us over there, you can find the link in the description box below, as well as in that very first pinned comment. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.